Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. How are y'all today? Yes, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Um, yes, I am. I'm in here in my room in the dark. I decided to make a video before I go to sleep, go to bed, get some things off my mind. Some things I want to talk to you guys about. Let's see. Let's see. Can't see me though, but that's fine because you already got that. But anyway, tonight's video is going to be my view or rundown of 2019 and how I see and how 2019 went down for me. um, 2019 for me was, of course, a year of death and transformation. Getting rid of old to bring in the new. Before 2019 had came in, I already had received some message of what kind of year it was going to be. I spiritually felt that it was going to be a year of truth, the revealing of truth and things that are being revealed. And then later on came down to the year where it brought in knowledge, wisdom, healing, understanding, positive side, negative side, betrayal, letting go of things, persons, people, things in ways that no longer serve me. So I felt like we was in the year of 2019 going on for 2018, we was the truth was brought to us spiritually, mentally, financially, and physically, and earthly. We learned a lot about ourselves, the people in our lives. It was a breakdown of our old selves, basically. I feel like the earth basically shook. The spiritual realm came in and shook us to wake us up because it was time for change. I felt like spiritually, from my higher self, that the universe was shaking us up because in a way we was destroying the earth spiritually. And the way we was destroying the earth spiritually is because we was not tending to ourselves spiritually. And as you all know, we come from the earth or we come from the atmosphere. So when we're not right, I think spiritually, physically, and mentally, we affect the earth. So I felt like all the chaos that we had going on for the last 2 years was affecting the earth in its core. So in order for us to not be destroyed by the elements of the earth, we begin to have to go within to fix ourselves. Because again, like I said, we all are connected. I feel like 2020 is the year of when we are going inside to balance ourselves. Balance ourselves in our environments, our families, and the people who we deal with around us. We will be removing people from our lives. I don't think that's going to continue. We will continue to remove people from our lives so that the people that we've removed can go and do their work, because everybody around them may be shifting. So for you to remove somebody that's toxic in your life, it's only for them to go do work on themselves, because they're going to be put in places where they may look less toxic than the other people they're dealing with. So they're going to have to shift. I know that we don't want to get rid of people that don't serve our highest good because we feel bad, but you have to, because they have to be put in an environment where they can see their own reflections. We are going to continue to be given knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We continue to go higher, or reach our higher selves. We will continue to go through I want to say trials and tribulations. That sounds scary, but I'm gonna say tower moments where, you know, where things that have to shift you and shift certain events in your life are going to shift you to change your perspective on situations that you are in or going through, to get to your higher self. But going back to me, where I'm at right now is I still have some inner healing to do, because there is some inner core hurt that I'm learning about myself. And I think that we all are going through that. We will continue to be triggered to, again, go to our higher selves. Sometimes you are going to be able to see the trigger, and you're going to be able to call the trigger, and then you will be able to shift again your perspective on the situation. I feel like the more we sit there and continue to do our spiritual journeys, our spiritual healing, our inner healing, we will be able to, instead of being caught off guard with the situation, you will see the situation approaching. You will know how to shift the situation. You will even know how, some of us are going to know how to change the outcome of a situation due to our thinking. What else? That you will continue to run into people that that are going to test you, but it's only for you to be able to see them coming. I think that all of our mental issues are coming to the forefront because we now are getting tools that we need to deal with them. I feel like everything that we was taught, we have to either get rid of or relearn. What else? I say 2020 is also a year of gratitude. I say that you are to be grateful for the year of 2019 and everything you've been through and everything you've learned. And I know some of it was really hard to go through, but I feel like that's a time for you to give the most gratitude for everything that you experienced. If on beyond 2019, and 2020 is the year of just coming to a place of gratitude and saying thank you, and thanking the universe for opening your eyes to your shift, into changing your mindset, and doing the inner work and healing to better yourselves and your family. As I said before, we are not doing this work just because it's just something to do. It's because our families need this. Our families need this, and the generations to come need us to do this now, to do our work in healing now. There is I would say, a great preparation coming for all of us. This shift is happening to me for a reason, to us for a reason, and it is for us to prepare what the universe is getting ready to bring into our lives. I don't know what it is, but my community, my friends, my spirit people, tarot readers, if you want to know what's going on and be prepared, if anything is coming. I don't know if anything dramatic's coming. I just know that they are preparing us for something. I feel that in my spirit that they're preparing us for something. I say do the work and go in. Do the healing. Go in your bag. I'm telling you, it's stuff in there that you forgot about that you really need to get rid of, because it's affecting some of the decisions you are making today and some of the people who are in your life. Once you open up to yourself and wake up to yourself, you will see the people in your lives who were parts of you before you started to do the work in the healing. So as you seeing and cleansing your environment, these people that are toxic in your group are there to help you see things in you that you need to work on. They're not all there to just be, you're the bad guy. No, there's something about you in your life that attracted these people to you. It's not to get rid of them to be mean. It's to help them to go heal and do their work, but it's also to help you to see parts of you that were toxic. And that's why it is important for you to do this shift, because the people in our grown-up lives will be put there in our children's lives, and the cycles will be continued. So we have to learn how to associate ourselves with people who are not serving our highest good, because the longer you keep them in your life, is you preventing them from doing the work that they need. Because a lot of times they have communities, they have tribes, they have family members. You're not being mean to these people. You actually helping. Maybe you could tell these people why you cutting them off or whatever. But whatever it is, they have to be removed so they can go contribute to their part. And they have to go through their storms. It's not going to help you going through your trials and tribulations and your learning while they still they're not even doing the work, because they haven't stepped into the part of where you're at. So you have to let the toxic people go so they can go and get in their atmosphere and see themselves and other people as well. And so they won't affect your growth. Because eventually these people, y'all could cross paths again and come back and be like, and they will be like, man, I'm so glad that you did cut me off. Or the universe will send you back in their lives to help them if it is meant for you to help. So I just want to say to all y'all out there doing the work, I just thank y'all for going for doing it. I thank you for I'm grateful for you in your journey. I'm grateful for your lessons that you are learning. I'm grateful that if it wasn't for y'all doing y'all part and y'all work, y'all wouldn't make me look as good as I do to our spirit guides in the universe. I'm thankful and grateful for the ones who have listened. I'm grateful to the ones who are connecting with the divine. Thank y'all so much for going out there. And I thank y'all for the ones that are helping people in the dark. I thank you I'm grateful for not having to do this by myself. I'm grateful for the ones who believed me when I was speaking. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the motivation to continue to do what I'm doing, even when I wanted to give up. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for me. I'm grateful that I woke up when I did. And I thank you for the ones that helped me and kept it 100. I thank y'all for y'all time, your effort. Thank y'all so much for helping me to look good in the eyes of the divine, because I did none of this without you all. And I just say 2020, y'all, go hard on yourself. Go hard for yourself and your tribe and your family and your community. Because you're going to feel so good one day when one of your friends in your community come and thank you for helping them shift and change the way they see things. You know, and as I said before, that, when the divine asked me to help others, I was like, what about me? But I tell you, the most rewarding thing is seeing somebody come out of the dark and thank you for it. Or just seeing somebody who was hurt, wounded, broken, love themselves and be stronger than they ever were before you came along. You not doing this for yourself. You doing this for that great thank you. You doing this for gratitude. You doing this to help heal the world, because we are so tired of our pain. We're so tired of living in the pain. We're so tired of living in the past. And one more thing I want to go and say. I want to talk about Mr. Trump. As we doing this work and doing this healing, and I look at him and I say, somebody taught him wrong, y'all. Somebody taught that man wrong. And you look at it every day and see how somebody taught him wrong. They didn't tell him what he really needed to know. And he getting ridiculed for the shit he was taught. Excuse my language. He is what we all been thinking in some kind of strange form or way. He just speaking that out loud. But he was taught wrong. So now the universe is teaching us the right way. They like, look at you. Look at you. Look at you in the dark. Look at the dark side of you. That's the dark side of all of us in some kind of way. And no, I'm not exactly right. And no, I'm not speaking. But I just feel like if somebody would have told him that equality is better than division, he wouldn't be sitting there being a made example of that he is today. All it took where his people come from was somebody in their family standing up and saying, this ain't the right way. This ain't how we supposed to do it. But a lot of people in his community was scared because they seen what they did to people that looked different than him. And now he's sitting up there being made an example of. Like he the only one who ever thought some of the crazy stuff he thought. We all didn't did that. So I don't actually say, you're the baddest guy, you're the worst guy. Yeah, he did some bad stuff, but so have I. So have I. I've said bad things, I've done bad things, but the best part of it is we can change it. We can shift this. So when I look at Trump, I don't look at him like, just the bad guy. I'm like, look at all that. Look what somebody taught him. Look what he was taught. He was robbed. His thinking was stinking, and now it's leaking all over him. That's why everybody he is being made an example of stinking thinking. And that's why he's where he is, and this is why we are where we are and what we're going through. He may not change his ways and he might not show you, but I know he knows some of the stuff he did was not right, and he may not admit it, but maybe it ain't time for him to admit that he may be wrong about some of the things he's done or said. But there will be a day where he actually gonna have to admit to himself that maybe somebody did tell him wrong. Maybe somebody did teach him wrong, and he's learning about who his friends are and who his friends ain't. He's learning about betrayal. He's being humble to a public degree. Don't always look at him in judgment. Look at him as a learning experience. You think his job is easy? Nope. Look what he went in his job with. Some bad information. And it's all being put on him. Also, it's karma for when he was it's karma too. Remember when Mr. Obama was in the president? He had a lot to say. That's what I'm saying. We all going through this shift for a reason. And he is one person. He may win the presidency again, because maybe if he do, there's something to be learned here. So I remember how people felt when Obama was in the office, and they felt some kind of way. But if you just look at what that karma is, look at the karma in that situation. Maybe it's not about divide. Maybe it's about the unity of the situation. Came in there on a great divide, and he's getting ripped apart every day. The universe is strong, people. Do not play with the universe. Do not underestimate them. They will come in here and they will wreck shop and they will fix it up. They will use you for an example, or they won't. Don't come in this game and don't bring negative tip, or negativity will destroy you. He came in on a negative wing, and a negative wing is about to be chopped. And it might not take 4 years to do it, but he will be the great example of how we are not to think and act. We are seeing it every day. He is being made an example every day of that stinking thinking. He knows what it feels like almost to be black, if you ask me. The ridicule, the humiliation, the steady attacks, the isolation, So I feel for Mr. Trump, because I know that somebody taught him wrong. Like I was taught wrong. Like we all was taught wrong. So, I prefer not to cast judgment on him. I prefer to learn from him now, because I did come in on a judgment. Now I've been through what I've been through. I think I fall back on judgment. Yeah, because I don't want to walk in nobody else's shoes, because I'm already having some time and troubles and confusion walking in my own. So I've been humbled to see this man go through his journey publicly. So, I won't question the universe when they doing it, and I won't be so quick to judge anymore. So I just use Mr. Trump as a learning experience. And I hope one day he gets the information he needs to understand his journey. But I just think this year, y'all, I think no more. It's not so much more about judgment. It's about learning and loving unconditionally, and change and stability, mentally, physically, financially. And another extra part is, I think we should, if you got time, learn about the chakras, meditate, write down your intentions. And I want to speak on another thing. I was watching Diddy's video. I just want to speak on depression real quick. And, I just send some love and inner healing energy to this king and his brother. And to a lot of celebrities, y'all. I feel like we need to let celebrities they need to come outside. I think they need to go outside and just be themselves. I feel like, we keep them so closed in. I just think that it's time that I know you see a celebrity outside and people see them and they go off, but sometimes they just want to come outside, y'all, and be them and just enjoy the earth. They want to connect. Let them come outside sometime. Let them come outside and just be themselves, and let them enjoy this journey as well. And because they need it. They need to connect with the earth. They need to come outside and just be humans for a change instead of just celebrity. They got emotions, they got feelings, they got things they got to deal with. But, that's a little side note, and it really don't have much to do with what I'm saying, but it's a part of it. They included in this place, in this space. And they need time to come outside and touch the trees and the ground and just be humans with their kids and their family. Like I don't understand why they gotta be I don't let's not let them be closed up and off and in a box. Let them come out and experience life and go in the store and eat ice cream without 1,000 pictures, but that's a whole nother manifestation. So, you know, that's just what we doing, y'all. We trying to get this right, this spirit right, so everybody can be a part of the earth. Nobody should be closed off or boxed in. But anyway, I'm excited for 2020. Um, I'm excited for the stability to change. So, that's basically all I gotta say for now. Is we got this. So I just again wish everybody a happy 2020. If it don't look right, don't do it. If it ain't funny, don't enjoy it. Don't get in it. If it's gossip, leave it alone. Anything negative, any negative energy, just move away from it. Don't involve yourself in it. You know, if they ain't good for your circle, they ain't good for you. And if they in your circle, they ain't good. They ain't meant to be there. They gotta go. But anyway, I'm gonna sign out, and I wish you all the best. And I pray for you, pray for me, and I'm out. Talk to y'all later.